Hello everyone, it's Any Figure Therapy here today, and I figured I haven't done a review in a while, or not even a review, but like an unboxing, and yeah, and I keep telling people I'm gonna do a Monogatari thing next, so I figured I might as well follow through with that and do a Monogatari thing. So this is the last one that I have in my reserve of Monogatari statues that I haven't really touched yet, so kind of a good thing, and I think this is the last character that I needed to complete the set. So, or like the core set, no like derivatives. So, for example, like, actually, now that I think about it, I think I have everyone. Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe one day I'll do a big thing and show off all of them together. But she is technically the last one. I do have Black Hanekawa, but in the altar line, and yeah, that will just go great with this one. But yeah, so here she is. It's a very nice looking box. I actually am a big fan of the color of this box. It's kind of like this green, a really like bluish green, and it's kind of interesting actually. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. But there it says her name, Hanekawa Tsubasa, and from BakeMonogatari. This illustration, or I don't think it has the illustration on there, but her pose is actually from the Tsubasa Cat Blu-ray cover, so you can refer to that to see how accurate that is. But there it is. This figure was released by Good Smile Company. It is a 1/8 scale figure. It was released in 2011 for around 94 USD. Now, man, think about it. Like, back then, statues were just that cheap. Like, if you look back at some of the older altar statues, a lot of them were under like $100. And now it's like easily an average of like 150 and up. So times have definitely changed. And yeah, but the quality is still very much there. In terms of current market price right now, I've seen ones without a box used go for probably around like 130-ish. I picked up mine for around, I think around 130. It was a Yahoo auctions thing that I did, and then I don't think I paid too much for it. That's what I remember, because I didn't want to exceed the amount of buying a pre-owned one without the box. I really like the boxes, so I want to keep all of them. And then this is a pre-owned one, by the way. So this is a pre-owned one from Book Off through Yahoo auctions. So they have different like scales, like different tiers. So one thing that's kind of like a good thing to know is that when the Japanese, they have like the A, B, C, D, right? You're talking A is like perfect quality. There's not like any damage to the box. It's basically new. This is all within my own mind. So yeah, because on they might scale things a little differently, but like B is like, oh, it's like okay, it's open and some parts are some of the boxes ding, but the figure okay itself is good. C is the box is like and not really that great, and the figure itself is pretty okay. And then D would just be like, yeah, everything's destroyed, let's just bargain bin this shit. But in terms of my standards, or I think most people's standards here in the US, it's like D is very acceptable, because we have like 99 cents here and like Goodwill. And when you go by that standard, it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I think this was a C, just because in the pictures it showed that it had some sun damage on the box itself, but the figure itself looks great. But yeah, that's enough of that little ramble. But let's go ahead and pop her open. So this being pre-owned means I don't have to cut her open. Hopefully they didn't like reseal anything. But yeah, and I hope all the parts are there. It's been a while. Oh, no! Holy crap! I might just leave that on the footage just to show that maybe you shouldn't open statue boxes like that. But okay, all right, yeah. But I'll totally leave that in just as an example of, you know what, future reference. I will start opening boxes on its side and not on its front. But yeah. Also, I don't think it was classed properly. So yeah. Definitely be careful with pre-owned stuff. I think I just broke my own rule there. But the figure itself is fine. Nothing broke, which I am really happy about. But it just fell on some of my other stuff. But yeah, I was kind of worried that the little ahoge would break. But yeah, not too bad. I can't really tell if it's sun damage, but there is some yellowing here. Or maybe that's her skin. There is some yellowing on her boobs as well. It doesn't smell weird at all. yeah, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at everything else that is still inside the box. So she does come with an alternate hairpiece, which I believe is the hairpiece without her glasses. Here is her desk, which the desk looks great, by the way. And then these are the really tiny stuff. So let me get the tiny stuff out of there. Does she have instructions? Let me see. Ah, yes, she does. Perfect. Okay, and the box inside the box, kind of like a sea sky pattern. Not too sure how well that's reading. And Hanekawa. Yes. Okay, my bad, guys. That was totally a Doofenshmirtz moment. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop this out. So there are some parts here. There are these little like nubs almost. Let's see, get that out. So this is what I assume is going to happen. So you have your desk, which is not gonna lie, a very nice desk. I actually like it a lot. It has this very realistic wood grain texture to it. It almost reminds me of like vinyl flooring. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. So you have your desk, and then these very tiny pegs, which I believe will go into her legs. So put them into her legs first. That way you don't lose them in the desk. They're very loose. I'm not too sure what's up with that. Or actually, no, there's two different sizes. So there's size A, which is on her right leg, and then size B, which is a little bit thicker, goes on her left leg. And there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead. Before I put her on, though, I just want to talk about some of her details, just because I don't think you'll be able to see it when she's on the desk. But what's cool is that if you look inside of her skirt, you can actually see a nice little pattern right there, and that's actually really cool. If I'm not mistaken, that's also the pattern that Senjo Gahara has in Owari Monogatari Zoku, or Zoku Owari Monogatari, when she goes on her date with Koyomi in Hitagi Rendezvous. Yeah, okay, so that's very complicated, but yes, very big fan. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. I really like her hand gesture right here. It's pretty cool. You know, she's kind of like blocking the wind to kind of cover up her indecence. And yeah, so a lot of the sculpting is nice. No really crazy damages to the figure. I believe that highlighting is the same on all of them. The expression is really, it's very Hanekawa, if I'm so to say that. But yeah, it's really cute. She has like a fun, not really a fun, but like kind of like an inquisitive nature to her. She's always wondering about stuff. She only knows what she knows, you know. But yeah, and her other hand is cool because I think that's where you put in the cell phone, which is right here, and it is very cool. It has a little cat on it, and the charm is not flexible, so it's a little piece of plastic. And then all the phone little digits are very nicely done, and you just go ahead and plop that into her hand like so, and there you go, and there is that. I believe this head is the non-glasses head. Let me check this really quick, actually. So in order to remove the head, well, actually, I guess the main difference is the cat ears. So basically, she has one front hairpiece that has the cat ears and one front hairpiece that doesn't have the cat ears. And I really like how they did the cat ears here. It's basically on the front piece, and you just push it in. It is pretty seamless, I'd say, especially from the front. You don't really see that gap until you get to the back, which is still pretty good. These hair parts are really nice, especially with these ribbons. I've always liked how she has like 8 ribbons on her hair. But yeah, so there's that. And then that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and pop her on the desk. And just go ahead and bloop her on there. I think it's the wrong orientation. There is a, because like I mentioned earlier, there's like a small size and a big size. So there definitely is a special orientation she's supposed to be in. So that's part one. She also comes with a chair, of course, to go with her desk. Very nice. Like I said, I like that. Whoa. I like that wood grain texture. I'm just tossing stuff everywhere now. But yeah, there's that. So you pop that there. And then she does come with a spare set of glasses. So much like the Figma actually came with this little metal plate, and it had 3 glasses on it. This one has one extra pair, and you would bend the metal into the shape of her glasses, which is this. The metal is extremely thin. I can't even focus on it because it's so tiny, but you would just go ahead and slide it in between the grooves on her front hairpiece. So for example, here is her non-cat ear one, and there are some grooves located on the inside of her hair, and you just go ahead and slide that in. So let me see if it'll go. Wow, that just completes the look right there. Holy crap, I like that a lot. It's always crazy when you have like girls that like when they put on glasses, it's like a big woohoo, like, you know, it's a completely different character. And I think that's the same for Hanekawa, where it's like she, like, when she has those glasses on, it's like game over, you know, like, because it's like, oh, she looks like, you know, that normal kind of studious type, and then when she eventually goes on, spoiler alert, she goes on to cut her hair and she gets the tiger stripes and she ditches the glasses, and then she looks like a completely different person. So it's like, okay, cool. And then last accessory is the shoe. It's kind of supposed to be like her shoe fell off, so you kind of place the shoe right there, if I am not mistaken. I know sometimes they have you put the shoe like on the foot or something, but oh, actually, here, this is the box orientation for everything, like that. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting display of items. But yeah, let's just focus on the main part here. Final thoughts, I guess. Basically, I kind of like this figure. It's pretty cool. I think if you're looking for a Hanekawa that isn't gonna break the bank, this one being at around, like, let's just say a liberal like 150 with the box, not too bad. Of course, if you find it more towards the 130 range, that'd be perfect. There are other alternatives out there. I would recommend the newest one that actually just got released is by I think it's Union Creative. They did a 2-pack of Hanekawa and Black Hanekawa together, and they're holding their hands and they're like pressed up against each other, and they're on this nice fluffy base. So that's definitely a cool one. I think that one's like $300 though. It's pretty up there, and the pose isn't as like nice as this one. Like, this one feels very alive. That one just feels more of like kind of something you would put in a jar. if not in that sense, but yeah. But like something more like you put a dome over, like kind of leave it out. But I like my figures to be a little bit more, you know, jumping out of the anime style. So that's why I tend to go towards more like the dynamic stuff. And yeah. Besides that, the rest of them aren't really. The rest of the Hanekawa in her normal outfit figures are just like prize figures. Or there are some nice prize figures out there, but they're mostly, in my opinion, of Black Hanekawa. That's the nicer ones. And then yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. If you're looking for like a cheaper tier one, I'd recommend the Figma. The Figma's perfect. A lot of people, or the Figma or the Nendroid, a lot of people don't realize that the Nendroids actually are all based off of or they all have accessories that are based off of their Good Smile scale counterparts. So I don't think she has the desk, unfortunately, but she does have the cat ears and stuff, so you can kind of pose her. But not confirmed 100%, but I do know that of Senjo and Kambaru definitely has those pieces, and I know Nadeko doesn't, but yeah, it's still cool that they give you that option, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. I definitely do have more stuff. I just haven't had the time to sit down and talk about it, so and also to take the time to upload this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys, have a good one.